Support for the following program was provided in part by Creative Opus Designs, a creative combination of art and jewelry design.
Welcome to Musically Hot in the DMV. I'm your host, Angela. This week I'm joined by an artist who's performed in the United States and in Europe. He has a unique combination of sounds that includes reggae, hip-hop, jazz, and funk to create his own unique genre. Let's take a look at the Dubber.
Salute my soldiers, see you out there on your grind. As I pull these string and tame behind enemy lines. No time for preaching, teaching, no peace of mind. It's just as hard, shit like on the blind. Hell, I was on my trail, got those spooks outside my door. Another game and nights to watch it as they see me start to soar. But the queen, I'm steady roaring, that sweet old Hennessy got me feeling as jackalocious as can be. Salute my soldiers, see you out there on the grind. As I pull these string and tang behind enemy lines. No time for preaching, teaching, no peace of mind. It's just as hard, shit like on the blind. Can't believe we're waiting for some other sign, because the hood is always rushing, but we're never on time. Need to pay attention now. Now you see me with the glow, for the most high makes it not so. Salute my soldiers, see you out there on your grind. As I pull these string and ting behind enemy lines. No time for preaching, teaching, no peace of mind. It's just as hard, shit like on the blind. Can't you see our reconnaissance, baby? And don't you know, show you just how far we can go home. So be at ease when you see me step through you, baby. Finna rush the door. Salute my soldiers, see you out there on your grind. As I pull these string and ting behind enemy lines. No time for preaching, teaching, no peace of mind. It's just as hard, shit like, it's so hard, shit like, just as hard, shit like, on the blind, on the blind, on the blind, on the blind, on the blind. Give thanks.
So I'd like to welcome the Dubber.
Thanks for having me.
Tell me a little bit about yourself.
I am the Dubber, born and raised Washington, D.C. Been doing music now for well over 20 years. Played in various bands from hardcore, reggae, R&B. Now I'm doing my roots acoustic thing, which I call New World Music, and just been traveling around doing my thing. I've actually even gone global now, so it's official.
Okay. So you said you were born and raised in Washington, D.C.?
Yes.
So have you, do you stay, now that you've gone global, do you still play a lot here in the area, or do you kind of, are you traveling all over the place? Do you still mostly play in this area, or a lot more traveling now?
Well, I've been traveling all over for like the last 5 years, all over the country. Last year I finally got to go to Europe, so that took me outside the country. But I do gigs in D.C. at least once or twice a year, because I'm traveling so much, and have a few dates coming up in the near future while I'm here in town.
Okay.
Yeah.
And where did the name The Dubber come from?
The Dubber. Well, I'll give you the short end of this. The word does mean to redo or to rework, and with the sound that I've created with various bands I played in, it was always sort of unique. People couldn't really place it, and what it is, just I'm the type of artist, musician where I love all kind of music. Whatever I feel is good or makes me feel good, I bring it in, and it comes out. So I don't have any plan. It just comes out that way, and that's kind of where the reworking and the retooling of the music come from. And I used to play in this futuristic reggae band called the Dubbers of King Selassie. So I just kept that name, the Dubber, and that's where it comes from.
Okay. So you have a lot of different genres kind of mixed in, you know, American, just Americana type music, jazz, folk.
Yeah.
How did that just come from the different bands you've played in, and you kind of infused a lot of different things and made your own sound? And
well, it wasn't so much like I planned it. Like I said, I just love all kinds of music. What makes me feel good? I mean, I can hear a commercial. If the jingle's snappy, I love it. And I will listen to it, and every time I hear it, I really listen to it and take it in. So, like I said, it's just really me just putting back out what I've taken in. So, as a kid, I loved jazz, R&B, funk, go-go, hip-hop, reggae. I mean, international music, and I listen to everything, and I just absorbed it. And you know, when I sit down and write, I don't think in terms of I'm gonna write a rock tune or a jazz tune. I just do what I do, and people try to figure out what it is. I don't.
Okay.
But like I said, I gave it a title, New World Music.
Okay. And do you? I know you play guitar. Do you play any other instruments?
Bass, little drums, little keyboard.
And are you self-taught or were you classically trained?
Self-taught. You know, I've played in marching bands and jazz bands, so a little training there. I took a lesson or two, literally, with guitar, but pretty much self-taught.
And you write all your own music, all your own songs, everything's original. It's you and you alone, I guess.
Yes.
Okay. Would you describe yourself as a religious man or a spiritual man?
Spiritual. I look at religions like I look at martial art disciplines. You know, everybody, you know, in martial arts, you may do judo, you may do karate, but they all pretty much serve the same purpose, and pretty much they come from the same place. So I kind of liken myself to like a mixed martial artist when it comes to religion. You know, it's one God, and that's the bottom line. People have different ways of getting there, different philosophies about it, but there's only one. So if you're going for the right direction, we're all going in the same direction.
And tell me about some of the other musicians and producers that you've worked with.
Wow. I've actually started off with a local artist. I've worked with HR from Bad Brains. I was actually in his band for a little while, playing guitar. I just got through doing a project with some of the members of Fishbone and this group called Year of the Dragon out in LA. The album is called Five Fingers of Death, DEF, and it just came out on the internet a month ago, and the physical distribution is coming out in March next month. Wow, so many. I mean, I've done stuff with some cats, but it's been a minute, so those are the ones that come out right off top.
Right.
Yeah.
So you've traveled, you know, like you said, all over and now into Europe. What is it like travel? I mean, is it a different feeling playing in Europe versus playing here, and just the fans and the crowd? Yeah,
Europe has just a little deeper appreciation for the arts and for music, so it's great playing over there. I mean, they study and they're into it, and especially because it's an American culture, so it's a different culture, so they're a little bit more into it. The States is great to play in. I've played in a lot of places. Really like the East Coast. Just came back from up in the New England states, and that was real good. Played in the South, played in the Southwest, and each one has a different feel, but I've been received well. The response for what I do has been great everywhere I go, so I can't really complain. It's been good.
Do you have a favorite?
No.
Okay. So, what was it when you went to Europe for the first time? Was it exciting? Was it nerve-wracking? Were you didn't really care? You were just kind of going with the flow?
It was exciting. It was adventurous. It was humbling, and it was great. I had been to Paris before with a band, and kind of experienced that. So I kind of knew what to expect. But to go over there doing my own personal thing was just great. And I'm biased towards Paris because that's the first international city I ever played in, and that's the first international city that ever like asked me to come and play and paid me to come and play. So I'm always going to be biased to Paris, and I really like that city. So it was great. Had a good time. London was beautiful. They really had a great reception. I got to play in London a little bit more, so they gave me just a little bit more love because I kind of went over there, did an open mic, led me to a show, and things kind of snowballed. So it was different degrees of how great it was, but yeah, it was great. Europe was great.
Woke up this morning with a feeling. It had me bluesing, it made me cry. Cause with the feeling of being a heathen for far too long is about to die. The complication of a situation hurts far worse than what you think of me. So with the feeling I'm into winning, but oh my Lord, what I become to be. Now that I'm moving with no restrictions, all the picture of how it should go through my peripheral, throughout this big show. I'm telling you people, I see it move.
So you have 2 albums.
Yes.
Global Warning is from 2000. I think your newest album in 2010.
Yes.
And then there was one other before that.
In the Temple of.
In the Temple of. Are there any others coming out, or have you worked on any recently?
I'm working on a new CD as we speak. The piece I just performed is going to be like the lead piece for this next project. Right now I'm going to leave it as untitled, but I'm working on the title. So that's going to be my third album. And like I said, the new project, 5 Fingers of Death, that I work with Fishbone, is out now. So,
are there any collaborations on your new album or on any of the old albums with artists that we? Yeah,
the first album I collaborated with some hip hop artists, MCs. One by the name of Solomon Black, Coins Caliber. They're both based out of DC, along with Accurate One, who based out of DC as well, but he's moved on to, I believe, North Carolina. The last album, Global Warning, I did a collaboration with one of my homeboys, brethren, Ross Spartacus, out of LA, California, and also worked again with Solomon Black and with my homeboy down in Houston, Texas, the lyrical poet, Brother Downtown. So those were some collaborations, and I had like a little cameo with a friend of mine's brother, Idris. I met this brother in LA when I was recording the album, and he was actually from Paris, France. And I had this international kind of song I wanted to do called "You Don't Love Me Anymore," and he just came in and he did some stuff, which was like probably the best, one of my favorite things on the album, because he just came in and did it one take, and he was so nerve-wracking about doing it, but he did it perfect job. So yeah, those are collaborations. But the new album looks like I'm doing everything on my own. I really want to bring this album all the way home, and I want it to be really personable this time, and just gonna be my own thing.
Do you have any? And I mean, do you have a release date yet, or is it still in the beginning stages?
Let's say late spring.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll keep you updated.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. So where can we go if we want to find your music? Do you have a website?
Yes, thedubber.com is the website, the official website. You can also catch me on all the social media, Facebook, and MySpace, Reverb Nation, and a couple of others out there, SoundCloud, so forth. And you can also purchase the CDs off of iTunes and off my website.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the website shows where you're playing locally as well
Yes.
as internationally?
Yes.
Okay. Well, it was great having you. Definitely keep us informed when the album comes out and give us some, maybe you can come back and play a few
I will be
songs.
honored to come back. And thanks again for having me. This is great. I'm enjoying it.
It was really nice to meet you. It was great getting to know the Dubber and see him perform live. If you'd like to learn more about the show or be a guest on the show, please visit www.cpo-productions.com. I'll see you next time on Musically Hot in the DMV.